And our power woman, Claire Brown, joining us back in studio today. Claire, first of all, thanks, like always, for joining us on this Monday.
Yeah.
Now, I know today we're talking about there's been another rise in interest rates, and we're hearing and seeing a lot about a possible recession.
Right.
You know, I know the real estate market is something to look at during that. Can you talk about what are the effects we're going to see with that? Why do we think a recession's coming, and how can we tackle that?
So, first of all, I'm not an economist, and, you know, in being a business owner, we talk a lot about building your bench of talent. Well, I really think it's times like these that we look at building our bench of opportunity as consumers. And so when we think of the patterns of 2008, we know that they're happening all over again. And what would we have done differently in 2006? Had we known what was coming in 2008? How would we have saved differently? And would we have changed careers? And how would we have spent our money differently? And how are we doing all of this now in order to make ourselves recession-proof today? Well, as a realtor, I think back to the many clients that I helped during those financial struggles, and what advice did I give them and someone in that space now? And if you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, if you're currently behind on your mortgage, if you lost your job today, could you pay your bills for the next 3 months? Then if you can't do any of that, then it's time to have a fierce conversation with yourself and make some drastic changes.
And I like what you said about recession-proofing yourself.
Yes.
So when we're looking to do that, what are some tips that you can give to recession-proof yourself?
Right, and so I think that's the key. And so money is definitely not a topic that people talk and discuss about freely. And so first of all, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and start having some transparent money conversations. And so eliminate your debt by paying off what you can, and lower your interest rates on all your accounts. Close your credit cards and eliminate your spending. So save more in your emergency funds. Start diversifying your investments, which we'll talk about. Update your resume. Build your bench of opportunity. Pick up a side hustle. Start surrounding yourself with people who have a positive wealth mindset that you're not already in conversation with. Talk to a realtor about selling, or a financial advisor about the best financial decisions, because conversations are free. They are free, and they will help you make wise choices during stressful times.
And you mentioned investment. What about those looking to invest?
Right, because again, I'll say it again, this is where you can build your bench of opportunity. Every market is cyclical, and real estate is a market. So just like in 2008, we're seeing a huge opportunity for investors. And as I shared before, this is also the time to diversify your investments and assets. So many are using this as an opportunity to grow their portfolios. This can seem overwhelming in using these terms. So many times it's much more achievable if you invest with a group or a partnership. Either way, creating multiple streams of income is the key to recession-proofing yourself. And real estate is always a great way to achieve this right now. Despite the rise in interest rates at 6%, they're still lower than they were when I started selling real estate 22 years ago, and they were at 8.5% then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, some great tips there, Claire. Thank you so much for coming in, like always.
It's a joy.
And some great advice. We're going to be right back after this break.